that the character of this urban India, the average household size is expected to decrease from 4.8 to just about 4.5, 4.4, and that will go to the 3.5 also in coming years. And the fall in household size is expected to about demand for 10 million new housing units. And about 35% of India population between 15 to 35 age now bracket, which is expected to drive the demand for housing over next 15 years. Now there are only just 5-10 minutes slide. I'll just go and talk about the Gujarat. You all know. I will not talk about the Gujarat. You can just go. It's a 2011 census, a 60 million population, and one of the most urbanized state. The state has a literacy level, I think they are in first 5. And the biggest economy. The land of entrepreneurs is significantly contributes to the country's economic and financial growth, and accounts for about 30% of India's stock market capitalization and 22% of the export, and 9.5% of the workforce. If you can just, okay, I have this. I'll not talk about the Gujarat economy, everybody knows now. So Gujarat, if you talk about the real estate, one of the highest cement production, one of the highest, the ceramic, sand, the other aggregates, all construction material is not a problem. About that is a Makkah of architecture. There are a lot of the software required and the know-how required, research and the study required, and the education. It's all the conducive environment, is the most conducive environment as per the real estate. Law and order, labor, health, water, education, lot of airport and water connectivity it's at par with any international state. And a lot of things is coming up. I'll not go through each of that DMIC and the Olera and the metro. You can think the Ahmedabad, only in Ahmedabad, in 3 years, there will be 10,000 crore rupees only in the metro. This is happening now. It's nothing, some things you are talking speculative. 10,000 rupees only in the metro. Forget the other infrastructure, riverfront, Dollar and everything. Wo 10,000 rupees that only will spend in Ahmedabad. So lot of government expenditure is increasing. Infrastructure, yesterday I was reading some news, we are now touched 28 to 29 kilometers a day. I think that is fantastic. We have to just congratulate this government boss. This is an applaud. This is great thing happening. Infrastructure investment in government is like never before. The all money directly or indirectly related to the real estate. So it's not something I'm giving on the very, very rosy and that picture, but having said that, there are so many issues with the real estate also, not only, but we have to be very, very consumer centric. We have to do a very research analysis, and we have to set up a post sales also, timely delivery. These are things, and CREDI level, we have given a logo that, the motto, sorry, that business with ethics, prosperity with respect, and unity among the developers. We are doing a lot of things in CSR activity. Now Skill India, under the Skill India movement, we have a skill around more than 20,000 laborers since last 7 years. And the goal, I was talking to Shekhar Bhai, the next 5 to 7 years is 1 lakh. Now we have a competition in each of the city. Tomorrow that is in Ahmedabad also. In Clean India, powered by CREDI Kochi, we are doing a zero, then Clean India program, then Green Energy program. We are doing in more than 20,000 apartments in Kochi, and we have started. Some of the, there's not itna success usme nahi mila hai, but we are now trying very hard. Most of the city have started, few fragmented, but in coming years we are committed to all the apartments. We have the zero disposal garbage. And third thing about the scholarship. Scholarship, now we already have the treasurer of the CREDI sitting in front of me. We already collected 20 crore. The goal is 100 crore, and already we have given to 220 or 250 students a scholarship. The goal in 3 years, we will be giving a scholarship to the economical backward students, 100 crore 100 crore corpus. So that is the story about the CREDI. Thank you very much to having me here and give me a great chance to interact with you. Thank you, Realty Press Group, and thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shah, for those very, very interesting inputs and insights as well, opening up a Pandora's box of your perspectives. Can we have a huge round of applause one more time for Mr. Shah as well? A very, very befitting keynote address. I'm going to request you, sir, to please take your position on the stage for another 1 minute. I'd like to request Mr. Sanjay Kaul, the DGM Business Development with Somani Ceramics, to please come on the stage to present a token of gratitude to our keynote speaker, Mr. Jakshay Shah. I further request Mr. Sanjay to also present the memento. If I may request Mr. Sanjay to also present a memento to Mr. Jakshay Shah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we'll now be marching ahead with our next segment of the event. And this is where we'd like to take the opportunity to honor some of our special guests in today's gathering. In fact, it is our way of recognizing excellence as well as appreciating valuable contribution that's been made by them in the real estate sector. We present to you the Realty Plus Scroll of Honor. And for this, we'd also like to thank our partner, the Master Builders Solutions, BASF's brands for the construction industry, for supporting us in this initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, a few words also about BASF. They are the ones that create chemistry, and they've been doing so for about 150 years. The portfolio ranges from chemicals, plastics, performance products, as well as crop protection products to oil and gas. And as the world's leading chemical company, they also combine economic success with the environmental protection and social responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, BASF has successfully partnered India's progress for 125 years with all the global businesses maintaining the presence in India. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Master Builders Solutions is BASF's brand for construction industry, offering advanced chemical solutions for new construction, maintenance, repair, as well as renovation of the structures. Well, before we get started, let's again take a look at the AV.
Master Builder Solutions by BASF connects the entire global expertise and innovative strength of BASF to develop solutions for more than 30,000 clients everywhere in the world. Supporting more than 140 sites in over 50 countries, we receive and dispatch a customer order every 5 seconds on each of the 5 continents, being always close to our clients. With Master Builder Solutions, we can bring our global expertise to each local point in the world, enabling our clients to benefit from more than a century of BASF's knowledge and experience within the construction industry. We've led innovations and set standards for decades, and we will continue helping our clients to break records in construction with peak performances from the tallest buildings to the longest bridges in the world. With Master Builder Solutions, we support our clients in finding the most efficient and sustainable solution for each of their projects. But building a sustainable future needs more than just chemicals. It needs good chemistry. We believe that only as a truly connected team across various functions, professions, and countries, and in close partnership with our clients, we will achieve outstanding results. Whether it comes to technical services, long-term support, or yet unprecedented challenges, Master Builder Solutions from BASF is the world's most experienced and best connected partner for expert users of construction chemical solutions. Master Builder Solutions from BASF. We create chemistry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so on that note, we now begin with the presentation of the Scroll of Honor. And to do the honors, I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Nilot Polkar, the Business Director, Construction Chemicals, a division of BASF South Asia. All right, so we have with us Ms. Tripti here to do the honors as well. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, let's get started with the alphabetical order, in fact. And first up, to come on the stage and receive the Scroll of Honor for promoting business with ethics. Please put your hands together for Mr. Deepak Bhai B. Patel, the President of GIHED and Managing Director, Siddhi Developers. If I may please request Mr. Deepak to please share a few words. All right. Then on that note, let's march ahead as well to present our next Scroll of Honor, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, our next Scroll of Honor Award for Excellence in Architecture. Please put your hands together for architect Hiren Gandhi, founder and principal architect Hiren A. Gandhi and Associates. Well, sir, you've been a visionary behind many of the landmark achievements of your firm, and I think it's only befitting that we hear from you, sir.
Well, I'm very much honored. What Jakshay said is, Ahmedabad is the Mecca of architecture. And we have some other architects. Parul is here. So, right from the beginning, when the school started, so it has been, there has been a very strong tradition of good architectural practice in Ahmedabad. And whatever small contribution which I have been able to do, I have done. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your warm words. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, let's march ahead to also present our next Scroll of Honor Award for Innovative Professional Services. Please put your hands together for Mr. Jakshay Shah, President-elect CREDAI and Director, Savi Infrastructure Private Limited. His firm is committed to green development as well and is the pioneer in zero waste management and has 2 gold-certified green buildings in Ahmedabad. Well, moving on, our next Scroll of Honor Award for Leadership in Real Estate. May I please invite, with a warm round of applause, let's hear it, for Mr. Praveen Kotak, Promoter and Chairman, JP ISKCON Limited. All right. So we've just been informed that Mr. Praveen Kotak is on his way. So on that note, let's march ahead to also present our next Scroll of Honor Award for Professionalism in Legal Services. Ladies and gentlemen, and the Scroll of Honor goes to Solicitor Paresh R. Jani, Properator Jani and Sons. As we're all aware, a leading solicitor in the state of Gujarat. In fact, he was enrolled as an attorney of the High Court of the Bombay in 1976 and was also part-time lecturer at the Nav Gujarat Law College for about 9 years. So if I may please request you to please share a few words.
Well, friends, I have been practicing in this city since last about 44 years as a lawyer. And most of the developers and promoters I know, we are in contact with each other regularly. And I must assure you, and I must tell about them, that they are very good developers, they are very honest developers, they are very hardworking developers. And they have always been faithful to their clients, the customers. And I wish them all the best today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving on, it's also time to present the Scroll of Honor Award for promoting healthy living spaces. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Mr. Shekhar G. Patel, Managing Director, Ganesh Housing Corporation. In fact, he's a man who's known for honoring his commitment that gets reflected in every action of Ganesh Housing. And under his able leadership, the Ganesh Housing is all set to build landmark projects in Ahmedabad and set to change the landscape of the city. Mr. Shekhar, we'd love to hear from you as well.
Thank you, Realty Plus. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, friends.
So that's a note of thanks indeed from Mr. Shekhar. Thank you once again. And thank you very much indeed for doing the honors. Can we have a huge round of applause for all of our Scroll of Honor awardees this evening? All right, so well, on that note, it's time to get started with another important segment for the conclave. As we had promised earlier, we do have a set of esteemed panel members who will be sharing their perspectives with us. Now, during the budget 2016, our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, in fact, accentuated on strengthening the housing sector and also boosting the dream of housing for all. So the big question is, housing for all by 2022, is that a dream or a reality? Well, let's find that out from our set of panel members as I invite them on the stage. First up, I'd like to invite our session moderator, Mr. Nirav Kothari, the Senior Vice President, Head Industrial Services, JLL India. Well, joining him on the dais, I'd now like to invite Architect Hiren Gandhi, Founder Hiren A. Gandhi and Associates, our panel member as well. If I may please invite Architect Hiren Gandhi. All right, so then on that note, we'll also march ahead to invite Amit Sahai, Senior Vice President, Sales and Marketing, Somani Ceramics Limited. Bhushan Avasthi, Associate Director, AEC High-Tech iSolutions LLP. Once again, Mr. Nilot Polkar, Business Director, South Asia, BASF India Limited. May I also invite Mr. Parth Patel, Director, Deep Group of Companies. And if I may humbly once again invite Architect Hiren Gandhi as well. All right, so I believe he's just stepped out for a minute and he'll be joining our set of panel members in a short while. So on that note, I'm going to request our panel members to take their seats, and I'd like to inform our moderator that Architect Hiren Gandhi will be joining you in a short while as well. I'm going to request you to absolutely, he's right here. Can we have a round of applause to welcome him on the stage? So let's have all our panel members take their seats, and I'm going to request our session moderator, Mr. Nirav Kothari, to start the proceedings of the discussion.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to be present at such award functions and conclaves and present your views and thoughts and opinions on issues that matter to the industry most. One pleasant thing that I noticed here is that the room has a lot of women in it, which is a very, very welcome change. In the good old days, I remember that there used to be 1 or 2 women in the entire hall. These days it's changed, so that's a pleasant surprise. Very quickly, a round of introductions from all the panel members, and then I will set the context for the topic that we intend to discuss. After that, I have about 4 or 5 major heads to discuss with my panel members and then try to conclude whether this dream of housing for all by 2022 is actually a dream or a reality that's about to happen. Quick round of introductions for each of the panel members, beginning from my right.
Nilot Paul, I represent a company called BASF, Master Builder Solutions, providing solutions for the construction industry in form of chemicals.
Myself Amit Sahai, representing here Somani Ceramics Limited. We are into tiles, sanitary ware and CP fittings.
I'm Hiren Gandhi. I'm a practicing architect and a planner, and I've been in the practice since last almost about 35 years, and have had the opportunity of doing many complexes and including housing and a lot of other projects.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Bhushan Avasthi. I'm an architect and I work for a company called High Tech Solutions. Have been practicing in this field and now we are mainly serving, working with our clients across the globe, whether it's in US or in Canada or the European countries. And mainly we support all the stakeholders like architects or consulting engineers or the contractors out there, other general contractors or subcontractors, and work for, especially for the technology part, that is called the building information modeling. And other side of mine, I am a singer and I perform. I don't know, mostly you might have heard of my father, Dr. Kamlesh Avasthi. I'm his son and I'm also a singer. Thanks.
Good evening, everybody. I am Parth Patel, director of Deep Group of Companies. We are 36-year-old real estate developers, and thank you.
Thank you. And to sum it up, I'm Neerav Kothari. I head the industrial services business for JLL in India. Along with that, I also head the office here in Ahmedabad. We have a small little team of about 18 people, and we render all real estate services as a consulting organization here in Ahmedabad.